Hello guys, so today we are going to create a sort visualizer using two packages today. The local hero, which is we are going to use for the animation of sorting or like swapping the values, and another is equatable. So let's start. Okay, it is here. So now for that we have to first create a tile model. So let's just create a tile model. Sorry. A tile model class which extends equatable. So here we are creating a class where there are two variables, color and text, and we are going to create two more. They are not required actually. Okay, so it is not required, let it be. I think even equatable will be not required. Okay, so we are also created get props in case if we require them. It is just for the standard structuring. Now let's create a visualization of a tile. So let's create a class widget, a tile widget, sorry. It will also be a private one. Here we are going to create two variables, the size of a tile and tile model. And both of them are going to be final. Now after that we are going to use our local hero. Here the tag will be obviously the model.text. And the child will be container. Container widget, which will have a color of model.color. Then we are going to give it as height and width. And its child will be a padding, where padding will be of 16. And here it will be a circular avatar whose child will be text. And some colors, background and foreground color. After this we are going to start our actual programming or actual UI design. So just before that, let's just create a basic widget here. Which we are going to use in our main function. Now once that is done, we are going to now construct a local hero. Here in local hero scope we are going to add few more information which is required for animations. So duration of a transition. Okay, it should come up. So duration will be 500 milliseconds. Then we are going to create a create a rect tween animation. Now for that we have to create one more widget, which will be the widget where all the UI or all the animation will work. So that will be a stateful widget. And this widget we will pass in our material app. Okay, yes. Now here we have to do some, we have to first create some basic variables like list. And then we have to initialize the list in init state. Just remove this. Now here we are going to use random. Here you can create a list of any size, but I am going to create it of 20. Here random.nextInt, where we are going to pass 100. So it passes the, it returns the integer which is less than 100 and greater than or equal to 0. So now we have to, okay, random spelling mistake. Okay, so here we have to first check if the random number was already present in our list, because if it is present in our list, then it will make the app to crash, because we are also considering this number as id for the number, and id for two widgets can't be same when we are using animations or any kind of working with widgets. So for that we have to check. Now here that's why we used equitable, because in that if we don't use equitable, it will not be able to compare to different objects but of same values, because they consider as they compare objects. If the same object is not present, then they will return false. Here if I create objects of both of same value, but it will return me false if I don't use equitable. So that's why we use equitable here. Okay, so why it's returning errors? To positional argument expect to positional arguments expected. Tile model colors rod red. It should work fine, I think. Text random number. Okay, so it should work. I think it is because my VS Code is on lag, that's why it's showing error. Let's hope it just goes by the time as time passes. So again we have to do random dot next int. Okay, so I think there is, let's just add two string to the tile model and let's see if the error goes. Okay, it's still showing it here. Okay, I don't know why. Now here it means that here the random number is not present, so we can add this number in our tiles list. Okay, text isn't defined. Text is defined here. Okay, so this is the issue. It wasn't toString, it was just because they were positional arguments, and I used them as a named arguments, so that was the error. Now it is fixed. Okay, let's go to the beginning again. So now it is done. Then we can create our UI now. So let's just go to build. Okay, so now here body. Here we are going to use column to adjust all our widgets in vertically. So your main axis alignment will be space evenly, which automatically adjust the extra space between all the widgets, so that the UI doesn't look cornered, or all the widgets doesn't line up near any corner of your screen. So now we are going to add more widgets to it. Now we are going to add the grid. Okay, so at least this should work fine here. Okay. Here we are going to change it to tile, so it just look a little bit better. Size will be 80. Now here we have to also pass keys, so value key will be of tile. Okay, so now we are going to add buttons to it. So here it is, I think. Okay, yes, this is for columns. So now here we are going to use row widget. Here again evenly. Then for children we are going to use elevated button. And as a children, here we are going to use text. Here insertion sort. I'm going to copy as it is, and here there will be quick sort. Now here we are going to create 3 more functions for which is required for like there is will be 2 functions for quick sort. So actually there are 4 functions. One is swap, to swap the values. Then there are 2 functions, partition and quick sort. Partition is a function which is required for quick sort. You can see it from you can see it from Geeks for Geeks, so from there it is used. And one more is insertion sort, as we wrote it down there. Now this visualizer only works where the sorting algorithm uses a sort function, because otherwise it might crash. I tried that for, I think it is insertion sort. Okay, no, yes, I tried for selection sort, but while implementing selection sort, the app started crashing. So now we are going to write the void function, sorry, swap function of type void. Now here we are also making it async, because here we are going to use animation, not direct animation, but we are going to add some delay so that animation can complete by the time. and delete function, which we will pass a function which should work after the delay is complete. So here we are going to just simply swap those. After that we can define other functions. So these functions are directly I can say it is copied, or I can say the main implementation is inspired from the code on Geeks for Geeks. Similarly, we will create quick sort and partition. Okay guys, thank you. If you find this useful, subscribe, and if you are new to this channel, view other videos on this channel and subscribe, like to this video, and keep coming back. Thank you guys.